Good morning, everyone. My name is Anwar Hussain. I have around 19 years experience in IT background. In IT background, along with manufacturing, this is around 7 years. So basically, I started my career as a just a developer. IT developer. Then subsequently moved to projects, project management, then quality management, and the certification like ISO and the CMMI and some of the compliances that are related to IT. PCDSS, GDPR compliances, and subsequently, I do the activities, for auditing, for auditing in the sense like, energy auditing, and ISO, internal auditing, and also um, um, sometimes surveillance audit. I do participate in the surveillance audit since I was a certified IRCA auditor. But right now, I don't have the IRCA certification since it has been expired. Okay. So I worked in Cognizant Technology Solutions Limited and CSC Computers and HCL Technologies, and last career stint with Value Labs LLB, and currently I am doing the freelancing. In parallel, I am doing activity, the facilitation, and the project facilitation in terms of the proposal, in terms of POC, in terms of energy auditing, in terms of in terms of certifications that I do for marketing verticulum. It's one of the company based out of Coimbatore. It's a digital marketing company. So I'm the part-time employee of marketing verticulum. Along with the, I do the freelancing activity. So I have been in freelancer since 2017. So this is the first webinar session that I am conducting along with Harvish, and this session, this form. Okay. Any questions? Can we go to the session, if you don't mind?
Sure, sir.
I think.
Yes, sir. You can start now.
Okay. Okay. I can. So probably you can able to see my screen, right?
Of course, sir. It's clear, sir. Perfect.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the ultimate objective of this session is more on for providing some intro about the energy, and also what is the energy, and how this energy is being effectively captured, and also the how effectively this energy management system being utilized in in process industries. Process industries is nothing but your chemical industries, and also your power industries, and also your manufacturing industries, wherever you can see the losses. Ultimately, the objective of energy management, or ultimately objective of any energy system to reduce the loss, and also to improve their entire systems towards the energy management. So this is one of the topic that I'm going to cover, and subsequently I'm going to cover how this energy management system is playing a vital role in ISO 9001 2015. This is a separate standard, or I would say ISO. ISO defined a separate standard for energy management system, that is ISO 50001 2018. So that is the new standard that they were released. So I'm going to talk about just the intro about the energy management system in line with ISO 50001 2018, and subsequently, the carrier in energy, and the people who are pursuing energy management system, what are all the certification they need to complete, or what are all the courses they need to undergo. So those are all typical things that I'm going to cover in this entire presentation. So hopefully I expect to wind up this session within 1 hour 30 minutes. I'm not going to take more than that. So this session would be more on more on the practical front, rather than talking about the theory. Okay, what energy says, what is the definition for the energy, something like that. Okay, probably you heard about the word energy. So the energy that definitely, definitely when you are going outside in the morning, either walking or jogging, probably you can get some kind of high energy in your body. So at the same time, there is a loss that would be, in your bodies. There is a loss is nothing but more calories that you are burning when you are getting more number of energy. So though the same concept is being applicable in in any energy matter, in any energy. So I'm not going to touch upon this definition for the energy. So if you are doing some kind of work, ultimately you are producing you are producing some kind of some kind of there is an, if you are starting some kind of activity, ultimately you are expecting some output. So energy is dead is defined more on the ability to do work or to produce the heat. So this is the definition, such a general definition. But you just assume what I said earlier. When you are going for walking or jogging, ultimately you are getting you are getting a fresh energy in your body, and at the same time the calories are being burnt, so you can get the energy. So the loss in your body that is being applied in the industry, so the losses. Okay, here the losses, a different kind of losses in the in industry, but in a human being system, your losses would be the calories. Okay, so if you want, I can explain the definition for the energy. It's a common one. So the energy is commonly defined. Heat could be derived by burning a fuel, or capturing the sun rays, or from the rocks below the earth surface. Okay, so these are all the energy definition. But in practical, you are getting the sun energy, you are getting the, so the solar energy from the sun rays, and you are getting the energy that is being outcome of any earth surface. And you are getting, for example, you can take a coal. If you are burning the coal, ultimately you are getting some kind of energy. Or I would say, if you are getting, if you are looking at the crude oil, when we are extracting the crude oil, ultimately you are getting, you are getting the petroleum product, and you are getting the natural gas, and you are getting some kind of some kind of substances that is being outcome of your crude oil. Ultimately the energy plays a vital role. These are all the natural energy that you are, that you are getting from, the the natural sources. So this is typically talk about the definition of energy. Okay. So, see here, I would like to point out some, the energy that is being, effectively, the energy, the word that is being effectively used, as I said earlier, the process industries. The process industries are nothing but, your petroleum industries, and also, your solar industries. So nowadays, people are more focusing on more focusing on the energy when we are when we are using the power system. So the power system are the major factor in any industry. So we are getting the energy from the power system. So the entire world is moving towards uh, moving towards the energy management system, or their entire system, entire world is moving towards solar energy, because we are having a lot of shortages in the power in future. We are expecting, I'm going to talk about those things in the subsequent slide. So we are losing n number of losses in the power system. Probably you heard about the wealth of any wealth of any country typically talks about the typically talks about the not only the energy, and also the entire GDP. So in the entire GDP, that means a graph, probably heard about the word GDP. So there's around 20 percentage of your the resources. I mean, resources in the sense I'm talking about more on the energy. So is contributed to your GDP. So your energy management system is very good. Ultimately, you have your country's growth is in a rapid way. How effectively that you are consuming the energy. So those are all that I'm going to talk about in the subsequent slide. So in a nutshell, the any industry, or any process industry, or any manufacturing industry, the energy consumption would be very low. Energy consumption is very low, the energy losses are very low. Ultimately, that industry, that country, that continental definitely grow. This is the bottom line of any energy and also the energy management system. So I don't want to talk about the theory. Okay, there are a lot of theory in thermal engineering. There are a lot of the theory in petroleum engineering. There are a lot of theory in in the chemical industries. But in short, I would say the energy is it's a natural energy that you are getting from from the sun, from the earth. So there are some categorization in renewable energy and also non-renewable energies. I'll be touch upon in the subsequent slide. So the definition for the non-renewable. Let me talk about the non-renewable, and subsequently I will explain about the renewable energy. So yeah, non-renewable source of energy is one where the primary energy comes from a finite stock of resources. This is an vague example, but I want to give some vague. This is a vague definition. I would like to give some example that makes sense. For example, you can take coal or crude oil and natural gas, which are coming out of the physical stock. that is that is coming from your your earth. Okay, then so uh, so ultimately you are taking the energy from the earth, you are taking the energy from the from the from the your sun rays, and ultimately you are taking the energy from some natural resources. So those are actually those are all non-renewable energies. So because uh, you are extracting the energy from the nature, so you cannot renew that energy, because for example you can take you can take uh, one example. I am talking about I'm talking about one what would I say? Okay. Um, okay. See, there are okay. I am giving the right example. Okay. So the solar energies are coming from the sun. So you cannot able to renew that energy. Okay, then if you want to extract from solar energy, ultimately the byproduct of the solar energy that can be able to renew, that can be able to that can be able to renewable product. But the solar which comes from the the natural, and also the wind that is come from the natural. So whichever the sources are natural, that energy cannot be renewable. Okay, hope you understand. Because you cannot do you cannot do anything related to the solar, you cannot anything related to your earth, you cannot anything related to coal, because these are all the natural resources, so you cannot able to touch, or you cannot able to generate, or you cannot able to produce, which are coming from natural. So these are all the non-renewable energy. So renewable energy is ultimately you can extract from the non-renewable source. For example, you can take in crude oil. In the crude oil, ultimately you are extracting the petroleum, you are petroleum products, and also natural gas, and you are extracting your your byproduct of your natural resources. Those are all the renewable energy that can be, I would say, that can be convertible. But the non-renewable energies that cannot be able to convert. So that is the ultimate example of the renewable and also the non-renewable energies. Okay. Here I am talking about the nature. The nature is nothing but ultimately you are taking the energy from the coal, ultimately you are taking the energy from the solar system, or ultimately you are taking the energy from the sun rays, you are taking, and if you are burning the entire forest, ultimately you are taking the energy. So these are all these are all the natural growth. Those are all being considered as a non-renewable energy. So the byproduct of any non-renewable energies is renewable energy. Okay. Uh, uh, where this energy plays a vital role. Okay, you can take industrial, you can take a transport, you can take a residential, you can take commercial, you can take agriculture. So these are all the these are all the primary primary sectors where the energy is playing a vital role. uh, Industry, okay, you can see yeah, industry like manufacturing industry, and also you can see the service industry. In the manufacturing industry, ultimately there are n number of machines are being run, and n number of n number of products are being produced. You can take bolt, nut, you can take automobile industry. So there are, so the energy system plays vital role in in the manufacturing industries, and also the transport. Ultimately you are feeding the fuel. Based on the fuel, ultimately the entire energy, entire transport system is being operated. Either either it is uh, on road or fly, on fly. You can take on road, in the sense you can take car, bus, anything you can take on road. And on fly, probably you heard about the aircraft, and the helicopter. Those are all considered as a flight. And residential, yes, the residential sector, yes, you are building the some some construction. You are building some apartment. You are building some um, you are building some kind of uh, supermarket where the energy plays vital role. And the commercial is a common term that we use in energy. And agriculture, yes, agriculture plays a vital role. Actually, in a early days, actually, the people who who start to do the farming, and by themselves. And moving forward, uh, uh, moving forward in the sense, like 30 years back, the buffaloes are being used for the used for the agriculture related activities. Nowadays, actually, the tractors and some IoT, I mean Internet of Things devices are being effectively implemented in the agriculture activity. I will touch upon at the later slide. Okay, so this is the diagram. It typically talks about the extraction of the energy. See, we start with yeah, let's take an example of your crude oil. So normally you heard about the crude oil. Actually, when the crude oil um, uh, when the crude oil value goes up, the crude oil value, 1 barrel is equivalent to $40. Like that, you heard about the word crude oil. So the crude oil is such a natural one that we are that we are taking from the earth. Ultimately, the crude oil is being being effectively being effectively used, and also extract the crude oil into the petroleum products, and also the natural gases. So here the extraction and treatments are being done at, I'm talking about an example of the crude oil. So extraction and treatment, and ultimately the primary energy supply, and the conversion technologies. And when we are here, I would like to point out one important factor. When we are extracting crude oil, or when we are burning the coals, ultimately there would be some losses are being captured. So those losses would be minimalized so that the energy can be effectively saved in any industry nowadays, in any industry, in any countries. So that is the reason, as I said earlier, the energy plays the vital role, because when you are start saving your energy, and when you are start saving the energy, in the sense when you are start focusing the energy losses, ultimately you are giving some priority to the energy savings. So stop focusing on the energy losses, ultimately the energy is being saved. So your if the energy is being saved, ultimately your industry is being grown, and subsequently your country is being effectively grown. So coming to this extraction of energy, I was talking about you know the petroleum products, I was talking about the coal. When we are extracting uh, when we are extracting the crude oil, the energy is being lost, ultimately just a minute. So the energy is being lost, and ultimately you are getting some kind of product, some kind of product, in the sense like as I said earlier, the crude oil is your natural resource, and you are extracting and you are applying some you are using devices, and you are extracting, you are using devices, in the sense you are you are you are using some kind of components, and you are using some kind of devices that you are extracting from the natural resources, and that you are converting uh, the natural resource to your your daily day in day out of your petroleum product. So the the energy is being extracted from the natural sources. So this diagram typically talks about extraction of your your crude oil, and after extraction, then the conversion technologies. Actually, I'm not going to talk about the conversion technologies. Those are all something like theoretical part. So we are extracting the energy. That energy, we are extracting the coal, or we are extracting the we are extracting the crude oil. Ultimately we are getting some byproduct. The byproduct is your is your is your day in day out usage of your petroleum product or your power systems. So that is the way you can understand. Because yeah, if you are asking me what is the okay T&D system, and what is that what is that conversion technology, that gives little bit confusion, because the chemical formula and also other systems are playing a vital role on this conversion. So that makes a little bit confusion. To avoid that, I'm giving a simple example, that the natural resources are extract then by component by using devices, then ultimately you are getting the end product of petroleum product. Ultimately you are getting end product of the your your power resources. Okay, so examples of the energy, as I said earlier, a lot of example that I gave. For example, if you want to quantify, okay, earlier I was talking about the energy, and also the natural how the nature has produced an energy. Here we want to quantify the energy. Okay, let's take an example. A person wants to travel 10 kilometer 10 kilometer speed in a car which uses 1 liter of fuel per 10 kilometer. Okay, then transportation of fuel from refinery to the user lost 5%, and ultimately, we want to see the we want to see the consumption, and also we want to see the energy losses. So this is the ultimate objective of providing this example. So the refinery operates at the efficiency 95% and produces 30% gasoline from the crude oil it uses. The crude oil recovery rate from the national field 20% at present. How much crude oil is required to complete the distance? Okay, it's a simple one. Okay, for example, you can take 1 liter, 1 liter petroleum product, or 1 liter, either you can take petroleum product in the sense you can take the petrol or you can take the diesel. Okay, per kilometer, per liter, you can take you can use the petroleum, any petroleum product on an average. I'm talking about, okay, 10 kilometer. So 1 liter of oil needs to be put in the car. So actually, this is an example. Ultimately, it depends upon the car, it depends upon the truck, it depends upon the buses. So it may vary. This is an example. So let's do the simple analysis. Okay, so 1 liter of oil, that 1 liter of oil is being fed into the car. So and that takes around 10 kilometer, probably head about uh, uh, per kilometer, per 1 liter per 1 liter oil, or 1 liter petroleum product consumes. So that kind of what you normally heard about. Okay, 1 liter of oil needs to be put in a car. So to supply this, you know uh, uh, to supply this 5% of the energy loss. The how, why we are saying the 5%? Actually, when we refine our crude oil, there should be some losses. That may be 5%, that may be 10%, that may be 15%, that cannot be more than 20%. So the here in this example, we assume 5% losses. Okay, so the 5% losses are being happened at refining your natural product, that is your petroleum product. Okay, so here the is it's a simple one. For example, 5% is your energy losses. Ultimately, this energy losses are being count during energy losses being count 1 liter. So what this 5% loss is being considered, as I said. Wha- uh, uh, we are feeding around 1 liter in the car. So around 5% losses are being happened. So it's around 1.05 is your is your is your uh, what would I say, is your entire is entire amount that you are spending in the car. Okay, then I assume the efficiency level 5% are my losses, and I assume my efficiency level is 95%. Sometimes you can assume your energy losses, as I said earlier, your energy losses would be at the max 15%. So at the same time, you cannot expect the efficiency of 5%, because there should be some losses in the sense ultimately the efficiency should come down. So that is natural. That is the science. So here 94 percentage of your efficiency level. So how much we lost? Around 5%. That 5% is being counted in your 1 liter. So it is that is a 5.5% plus your 1 liter, and ultimately 95 percentage. So 1.05 is ultimately your losses divided by your energy, your energy efficiency, that is 95 percentage. It's being converted into numerical figure 0.95. So 1 liter again. Okay, the 1 liter ultimately 1 liter that we are extracting from the crude oil, but we are going to spend around 1.10 liter. That is 1.05. 0.05 is nothing but your energy losses, and the efficiency that you are dividing is around 95 percentage. So for 1 liter that you are going to spend 1.10 liter. So this is the simple formula that you can able to understand. Okay. So the next example is 30% gasoline is produced from the crude. Okay, and the crude the crude requirement is 30% gasoline is produced from the crude. The crude requirement is we have already said 94.95 percentage of 95 percentage is your efficiency, 5 percentage your losses. It is nothing but you are going to take around 1.10 liter, and 30 percentage of gasoline is being produced from your crude. So ultimately you are dividing 30 percentage is 0.3. So the output would be 3.68 when you are extracting the energy from the natural in at 30% gasoline. You got my point. So so here the essence is the crude oil. How much of the energy losses, how much of energy losses in my product is around 5 percentage in the entire world, or in the entire any kind of your natural system that can be allowed at the max 15 percentage of your losses. If the losses are being high, ultimately your energy efficiency has been come down. This is a simple formula, so that is being applied here. Hope you understand the concept.